Hey everyone out there, usually I do other kinds of videos, but today I got something a little different. This is my 2002 Epiphone Casino. Cherry red. I've had this since about 2004. It's a good guitar. I like it, I like playing it, but unfortunately there's one thing I've never liked, and that's these tuning pegs. They just feel cheap, they feel shoddy. They're just not very good quality. So recently I ordered these from my friends at Sweetwater. These are Grover Rotomatics tuners, and since there wasn't a whole lot of videos of people putting these on an Epiphone Casino, at least none I could find on YouTube, I decided to make one. Now I just have to have a disclaimer, this is not a tutorial, this is just me documenting how I'm putting this on. Okay, because I am not a professional luthier. So you shouldn't take this as advice, and if this doesn't work, I am going to be making a second video of me picking up this guitar from the shop after having a professional fix the damage I've done to it. So let's just take a look at the tools I'll be using. There's my amp. Okay, we have a set of sockets, socket wrench, a Phillips screwdriver, roll of tape, another roll of tape, brand new D'Addario 10 through 48, 46 strings, wire cutters, and a magic marker, a hand reamer, just in case we need to ream out the holes, and this handy gadget. And we also have a receptacle to put some of the spare parts in.
Yes, he is! Let's do this!
Okay, so I'm trying to find the right position for the camera because it's already fallen once. But when I did this to the hammer, what I did was I also have a peg winder, and I have a box of crayons. And you'll see what those are for towards the end. So I have my peg winder. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is take off the strings. Now the camera's already fallen over once, so I got to be careful about that. What I like to do is I like to take off one string and check and see if the peg hole on the other side will fit without reaming it out. Okay, see the string there. Okay, I had this guitar set up for 9 through 42s, so okay, there's the old string. Always wind up your old string so it doesn't spring loose and hit you in the face. Okay. You know, when I bought this guitar, I didn't pay a whole lot. I paid a nice chunk of change for it, but I would have gladly paid another $50 for better tuners. They put the terrible tuners on. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on its side, turn it over here. Okay. Now, okay. It's obviously they've been on there forever. Okay, there is the old tuning machine. Okay, so I'm going to open it up to Grover's and we're going to see what's what with that. Alright, put that in. Okay, I can tell it's not going to fit. Now, another video told me that, said they had a trick for taking the bushing out. Is you take the new bushing and you press here on the old one, and that doesn't work. Oh boy. Okay, Maybe we could just pop it out with the screwdriver. No, no such luck. Okay, no such luck with that. Maybe I could turn it over and... Maybe I could turn it over and maybe I can just jimmy it out. I hate that word, jimmy. Just gently kind of rock the screwdriver back and forth to get the bushing out. Okay, and eventually you can kind of pry it up with your fingers. Rock it back and forth. Okay, and the bushing, there's the bushing. Okay, as you can see, there's the bushing, the old bushing, that's out. Okay, now, let's turn it back over and we will check the size of the new Grover against the, okay, see, it's noticeably different. But I chose these because they're nice, heavy tuners. Okay, and it is bigger. The hole does line up. The hole does pretty much line up with the old hole from the original tuner. Okay, so now what we do is that's where this thing comes into play. If you don't have one of these, go to any local hardware store will have them. It is good for measuring screw holes and everything, so I'm trying to leave nothing to chance. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure. Okay, we're going to start. I think it's a 3/16. No, it's a little bit bigger. No, okay, 3/8. No, M10. Okay, 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter, okay? As you can see, 10 millimeter. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the reamer and we're going to mark off the 10 millimeter hole on the reamer. Okay, there's where the reamer goes into. So now I'm going to mark this a little short because you don't want to overdo it. You can always make the hole bigger. You can't make it smaller. And that's going to be hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tape around that. It's a bit of an old carpenter's trick. Yeah, you put tape around a screw. Usually use masking tape, but I had a roll. Obviously I can't find it now. When you need it, you can never find it. And obviously the last thing you want to do is just really go in and crank. Okay, you want to take your time, and you want to be gentle. Do not crank. Okay, because once this thing starts cutting, you're going to okay, there we go. See, it's starting to cut now, which is good. But you want to be very gentle. Obviously, there's bigger reamers you can find. I got this at Harbor Freight for $2.99. So it's supposedly 1/8 through 1/2 inch. So it's going to look like it's going to take some more doing. Okay, so now I'm going to just take it. I'm going to extract it. Okay, and where's the new tuner here? So we're just going to check it against it. Okay, still not quite there yet. We're getting close, but not quite there. Alright, after much doing, we finally got the new Grover to fit in there. This is where I marked it, and this is actually where I ended up. This is where I marked it, and this is actually where I ended up reaming to. Alright, well, the hole kind of lines up, so Okay. So. Alright, well, what's done is done. Now we're going to see what the crayon is for. Now, like I said, this is a permanent modification. Big problem was the depth. I had to go deeper than I thought. So, okay, so now, because this hole is going to be permanent, it really doesn't match, does it? Well, that was kind of the idea, to put a little crayon or wood or whatever over it. Let me see if I get a better color in here. So this looks like it's closer. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea. No, it's a little closer. That's a little closer. Well, maybe just leave it empty. Oh well. Okay, now the screw hole on one end sort of lines up. And I'm going to use the original screw. Because it's already been pre-drilled. So once you get it in there, once it's tightened, it'll be better. Okay, there's the screw and hole. So this, like I said, it only has one. It only has one screw hole, so you either have to live with that or cover it with wax or something. Okay, my big thing is I was worried about the tuner being sitting flush, which it looks like it is. Okay. All right. So snug it up. Okay, snug it up. Now, turn it over. It's a little higher than the original tuning pegs, but we're gonna, let's see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The washer goes over here. Okay. Flat side down. Okay, see if the socket will fit on that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go get a wrench. Okay, wrench might be a little overkill. Brace it with the back. Okay. Stop turning when you feel a little resistance. Son of a bitch. Okay, that ought to do it. And once the string is on, it'll give it some tension on there. So you get a little, it's got a little play in that too. Okay, seems like it's secured. If you can see that. 1 down, 5 to go. Alright, like I said, so this is a part where I'm going to put a graphic up that says sometime later. Okay, little update. I ran into a little snag with this tuner here. The screw hole was stripped out. And now, I don't know if you can see that, this hole looks stripped out as well. Okay, it probably was already stripped out when they put the guitar together, but in taking the screw out didn't do any favors. So let's clean it up a little bit. Alright, so now, it's not time to panic just yet. We're going to do the old trick. The guitar player's best friends. Toothpicks! These are good maple if you can find the maple toothpicks, get those. And some tight bond glue. Okay. Guy on YouTube actually did this too. He showed how something. Just as a precaution, I'm going to do this with this one. You take the toothpick, you dip it in the wood glue. There we go. Now, put end here. Put this end in here. Okay. And you get that in there, and you break it off. Okay, there you go. Now you got to clean up the residual glue. Otherwise, it's gonna just gonna look bad. It's gonna look sloppy. Okay, push the toothpick in there. Okay, we got the glue cleaned up. Okay, now I'm ready to put the new Grover in. So I'm probably gonna end up doing it on all of these. And just drop the Grover. That's fine. I'm probably not the first guy to do that. But I'm probably going to end up doing it on all of these tuners just because it doesn't look like when they made the guitar they drilled very good holes. So we're going to, well, let's cover that up. Like I said, this is a permanent upgrade. I'm not planning on undoing this at all, ever, as long as I own the instrument. And so we'll put that in there. See, and Grover fits actually pretty well. You want to make sure it sits flush too against the pegboard. So we'll actually use one of the new screws now, since the hole looks like it's most likely stripped out. Alright, so we'll do that. Probably can't see. The big hammer hands. Okay, so that glue will dry in there, and pretty good bond actually. I just goes gently. See, okay, now all right, snug in there. Torque that, give it a nice torque. You get a little extra snug there. Okay, it's torqued in there. I don't think that's coming out, and if at some point it comes loose again, I'll just pop it off and redo it. Okay, so 3 down, 3 more to go. Alright, so the tuners are officially on. All that's left is to string it up and tune it and give it a test drive. The break angle is a little different here, but I don't think that's anything to worry about. These 2 strings are on just to hold the bridge and the trapeze piece in place. Alright, so we're almost done. I'm going to get cleaned up, and we'll come back to this in a little bit.
So many months later, I finally decided to finish this video. The guitar actually sounds really good now. I have it running through a new amp, a Fender Champion 100. But as you can see, the Grovers are here. The only couple small little issues is that the break angle has changed slightly because of the new post heights. And as a result, the strings do get caught in the nut occasionally. So I had to put some graphite on there, and it works pretty well. But the other problem is now the Grovers have made the headstock significantly heavier. So that the headstock now, when you're playing, it tends to dive down. But Dunlop makes a set of strap locks. I'm not going to put strap locks in this. It's a hollow body. It's not advisable. But Dunlop does make a set of what they call ergo strap locks that you put on the strap and it locks it in place. So I'm going to be getting that. But other than that, sounds actually pretty good. But it actually does, it does sound pretty good. So. Okay, but so that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you're uncomfortable doing this kind of work, this is just more to document my own process. If you do decide to go this route, and if you're uncomfortable doing this kind of work, then bring your guitar to a shop. Bring it to an expert, unless you're absolutely confident doing this type of work. And research the type of tuners you're going to get. Again, the holes, the stock holes in the Epiphone are about 8.5 millimeter. These are 10. The Grovers are 10. Grover does make a set that will drop in. So, but they actually look pretty good. They're on there. They're nice and firm, nice and steady. So anyway, that'll bring this to a close. Thanks everybody for watching, and no matter what you do, ooh, that was a clinker. Yeah, I guess I played the A flat there, which you can do, but not advisable. Like I said, thanks everyone for watching, and no matter what you do, always enjoy what you play with passion. This is like a whole new guitar now. I'd like to get the bridge changed at some point, but that's gonna need to set up, and that'll be for another time. So again, all right. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, I know the clock is ticking, but the meds are gonna kick in. My